Clock tower rising above the bustling city of Boston and its tree-lined streets. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And we welcome in someone who has been writing and communicating NBA basketball thoughts in book, over the air, in podcasts, and on TV, the terrific Bill Simmons. Bill, great to have you.
And now for somebody who's playing a video game at 3 in the morning. That's my next. That's the next phase for me.
But isn't this a great venue for
This is great.
I know.
This is great. They're half asleep. My voice is waking them up. I'm
Bill Simmons is terrific.
Yeah. Wake up. I'm talking to him.
DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league, stardom was not assured.
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bill, 3 seasons ago, passing Kareem for most triple-doubles in Bucks history.
The Bucks to get Kareem and Giannis, even in a 40-year span, is pretty great.
Shocking.
Giannis has a chance to be like one of the best 30 players ever.
You're impressed. You like him, don't you?
I think athletically he is unparalleled. It's really like, for people I've seen in person, LeBron, Westbrook, Giannis, there's just certain guys that have a different level of athleticism that you're kind of like, these are humans, right? And he's one of those guys.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Giannis high post. Kicks it down to Middleton. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And Giannis throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
No good from Bledsoe.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Bill, you've seen Gordon Hayward work his way back from injury. How much longer do you think until he's 100% both physically and mentally?
Well, he's basically lost 2 years. He lost the first year, obviously, because of the injury, and then the second year was really up and down, and he would have these waves where he was confident for a week or two, and then it would just go away again. Heading toward the playoffs, he looked great, and then it went away again.
Right.
And I always felt like he had a little bit of PTSD from the injury, where there would be times where he just didn't want to drive in traffic and bounce off people and play in the air. And if you watched him in Utah, that was all the stuff that made him special. Like, he was a really athletic player. And when you lose that, it's hard to get back. It's hard to trust, like, when you land, somebody's foot's not going to be there.
It's like if you blew a knee, you're always worried about people down around you, right?
So the role model would be Paul George, because Paul George, you could see the first year he came back was a lot of the same. He was a little nervous in the air. He wasn't as physical as he used to be, and then it came back and then some. So the hope with Hayward is that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Walker. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Walker against Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And Gordon Hayward, obviously a tremendous performer. Bill, where do you rank him against other wings in the NBA now?
Probably one of the best all-around wings, I would say. And I think it's pretty easy to forget that there's a reason the Celtics are paying this guy almost $30 million a year. He was one of the top 15 players in the league. He was a borderline franchise player on a top 8 playoff team. And he's just really good, and he's efficient. So when you talk about a team like the Celtics, where you know, you got to share the ball. Tatum needs more shots. Everybody's got to have a little. He's the perfect guy to have because he's happy going 8 for 15.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Marvin Williams is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
There's the pass to Lopez. Hill looking around. Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Outside, Smart. Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Hill. Pass to Williams. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Korver.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Wanamaker, the pass to Williams. To the left side wing. Cantor kicks to Ojale. Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Smart. The tray. The rebound by the Bucks. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With some arc, and the layup good by Hill.
I like when George Hill goes to the floater. That is not an easy shot, but he's worked on it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now Cantor. Back to Wanamaker. And that one, good.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by 4. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kounupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Bucks, Williams is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Brown. Then there's Hill. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. Hill passes to Lopez. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Lopez has got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. You like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go into the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real team.
G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from that league playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services. And just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And you know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Tatum comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Shemi Ojeleye. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. That's good from Kemba Walker. Though for quite a while, you've been a holder of Clippers season tickets. I've seen you there myself.
Yeah.
I know you love the game and love just to watch as a fan and sometimes take off your professional hat. And how much have you enjoyed watching them compete and in a lot of cases outcompete the Lakers over the last couple years?
It's funny, this last Clippers team was by far the most fun of all those teams. They were successful with Chris Paul and Blake and DeAndre in that era, but those teams weren't that much fun to watch. This last year's Clipper team, people just love them and were really, really invested in them, and that's why I could see them really knocking the Lakers out of there a little bit. The Lakers still have the DNA, they have the generations, but at some point, it's gonna flip.
If not already.
The people haven't decided yet that they're Laker fans. You got to get like the 8-year-olds.
Yes.
That's who you have to get, and then they grow up and they become Clipper fans. So maybe that's happening.
Round the pass to Tice. Brown against Matthews. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Walker.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. No good with the triple. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And Giannis earning another All-NBA nod, Bill. He'll be eligible to sign the biggest contract in NBA history this coming
I thought
summer.
you had the biggest contract
After
in NBA history.
After you.
Oh, I'm sorry,
after
I'm
you.
confused. Well, what's funny about this is they could have signed him to the max a few years ago, and there was this rule that you could only have one guy on your team could have a 5-year max, and they were saving it for Jabari Parker.
Right.
So they signed him for 4 years, $100 million, a little bit of a discount. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to make them pay. And
In a big way.
if I was Giannis, I would be very spiteful about the fact that they cared about Jabari more than me, and I would want to sign with the Celtics. But that's just me.
That was a different GM,
saying-
though, at the time.
Listen, it doesn't matter who it was.
Right.
They didn't treat you right, Giannis. You should leave.
To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Tatum. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Walker taking his time here. Over Bledsoe. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Walker.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Matthews finds Antetokounmpo. No good on the triple. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Tatum's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Out to the right wing. Outside Williams. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, Doris, you read most reporters, they try to stay impartial, but not Bill Simmons.
I think that's what makes him special, Kevin, right? He has his own lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you his opinion.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Middleton goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 10-point Bucks lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Walker against Williams. Walker goes in, and there's the pass to Tice. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
That one misses. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active. Everybody's covered.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period with 4 points was the biggest. And that's...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
As a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. He dishes it to Hayward. There's the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Pass to Tice. In the corner, it's Hayward. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the triple. Hayward's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
Well, it's an area that Gordon Hayward has come a long way in. That textbook form when he sets up from range is a thing of beauty.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Pass to Matthews from 15 feet away, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Well, effortlessly connecting on the mid-range jumper thanks to that quick release. Good work by Matthews.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Robert Williams is checked in for Daniel Tice. Jimmy Ojale comes in for Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. The Bucks also changing it up. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Outside Korver. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Outside Hill. The pass to Giannis. And a missed layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Smart misses.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Kept alive. And to Antetokounmpo. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Smart wide open, he fires. Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 11. Outside Korver, pass to Antetokounmpo. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Outside, Smart. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close. And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Cantor checked in for the Celtics. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Brown's checked in. Smart dishes to Williams. Smart passes to Williams. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Smart against Hill. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Antetokounmpo against Williams. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Brown. Misses. And so it's Milwaukee. with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Williams is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Brown in at the 3.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over Tatum. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 16. Hayward finds Smart. Rebound by Williams. Clark shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Pass to Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Matthews scanning the floor. Here's Young. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, nice job by Wesley Matthews to read the defense and put it on time and on target.
Boris, when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane that you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet, and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is. And it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And that one falls for Tatum. Well, guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Outside Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Celtics trail by 16. Smart passes to Walker. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Matthews trying to free himself up, and it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Matthews.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Walker dishes to Tatum. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The layup missed.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And Walker kicks to Kanter. Outside, Smart. Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Passes it to Bledsoe. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Bledsoe's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And, Greg, you know this. It's not easy. Build building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Hayward can't hit.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Bledsoe outside. They get it again. Tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Brooke Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Bledsoe. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
A nice shot by Tatum.
I think there's a strength that belies that frame of Jason Tatum. He just powers right through right there.
Middleton on the wing. Defended by Hayward. Count it. Good. And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the pass to Lopez. That shot off. Great D that time from Tatum. Knocked away. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone.
Incredible foot speed. There are not many guys that can keep up with Eric Bledsoe in transition.
Walker the pass to Tatum. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that's good. Kemba Walker for three. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Milwaukee.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Back to Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Middleton on the wing. Outside Matthews. Over Smart. And Tatum pulls it down.
Get on Jason.
Outside, Walker shoots the three. Milwaukee with the rebound. Bledsoe outside. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris